Hey guys, Ozhound here, and this is episode 9 of my server play series using the All the Mods mod pack. We'll start by showing you a change that I've done here. I have moved all my items to create the resonating crystals into an area here, and you'll notice there's a lot more tanks and a lot more filters or valves here. The reason for that is that this is now fully automated. I can put 30 lots of resonating ore in this smelter, and it'll go through the process of purifying, increasing the strength and efficiency through the system until it gets to the crystallizer. It forms a crystal which is 100% pure with 100% quality and 70% efficiency and 70% what was the other one? Capacity, I think. So strength, sorry, 70% strength. And then when it's finished, it puts it into a chest which is behind here. You can see there's one I created earlier, 170/70 with 100% power. And I've reduced my pedestals from 2 to 1 here, just because it was a lot easier to control it that way. So what the system does once it creates the crystal, that chest over here inputs on purple and outputs on light grey. The crystallizer exports on purple, so any crystals that are created go into the chest from there. And then there is the pedestal over here has got the ender conduit on the bottom inputted on grey. And when the crystal is depleted, it sucks it into the pedestal and then puts it straight back into this chest. Once that happens, the next crystal gets inserted into the pedestal, ready to be dropped into the reactor. The depleted crystal gets drawn out of the chest here on the blue channel and then goes into one of the 2 infusing lasers. Now I've done that on priority, so got a bit of lag on the server at the moment, so we're just dealing with that for a moment. So the step-by-step process: smelts, goes into the top tank, automatically transfers into this tank here. This tank then purifies based on the purifier up to 85%. This valve won't let the liquid through until it gets to the 85% mark, so you guys have seen that before. Pushes down into this tank. This tank is set with a valve underneath to 5 purity, 70 and 70. Now what I've done back here, I've got an infusing laser on the back of this tank, and this has got blaze powder in here. And the blaze powder will push the strength and efficiency up to 70% maximum, and it will break down the purity by 6% per entity fired. So the one thing is that in order to automate this, it's either on or off with a redstone, and when it's on, no matter if there's doesn't matter what the state of this tank is, whether it's got liquid in it, whether it's got anything in it or nothing in it, that will fire. It's irrespective of what's in the tank there. So what I've got here is a liquid monitor linked to this tank, and I only ever intend to put 30 ore into the system. And so what that'll do, it'll emit a redstone signal when the level is above 30%, which is around about 5800. And this will activate via the redstone conduit, and it'll keep on firing until there is less than the 5800 millibuckets in the tank. And the way that gets triggered is that this hits the criteria 570/70 and then drops it down into this tank. And while it's draining from this, it'll drain from 6000, 5900, 5800. This laser will turn off, saving lots of blaze powder. And from there, drops into this tank and then moves up this fluid conduit into this top tank here, where there is another liquid monitor set up. So when that gets to 5800, this infusing laser turns on. That's got emeralds in it, so that doesn't affect the strength or efficiency, but it will push the purity up to 100%. And so there is a valve here which is set to a purity of 100%. That'll drop into this tank, which will instantly transfer over to that tank via this fluid conduit, and then it will start to crystallize. And then I've already covered the way that the crystals get drawn out of that system and then put into the reactor over there. So that, guys, is a fully automated system. The only thing I need to do to initiate it is to put 30 ore into this here, and then that's gets handled. So yeah, that's a good system. I've already got a crystal backed up, but let's just drop 30 more ore in there. And in between episodes I've actually created this acceleration one, which is quite expensive. It needed a couple of nether stars as the ingredient to create some advanced rods. But this actually works with the refined storage system, the deep resonance system, which is awesome. So I just hold down shift and then just hit it, and you can see the tank down the bottom drawing down and then filling back up again. That just indicates how fast the system's actually going. So we're already down to over halfway. It's just a bit of a shame you can't actually see how fast it's... Oh, there we go. It went from 40 to... Yeah, so it is very quick. So that top tank is filling up, and it's slowly transferring over to this tank. It's a bit of a bug. And what's happening there? I tested this before I started recording. It was working fine, so... It's definitely exporting. 3200. Wonder how that changed. Oh well. I don't see how that could possibly have changed, because I didn't change. I've never been up there to change it. Alright, so that's trickling through now. We're at 56, 58. Got a few more. One more piece of ore, I think, to go. There we go. So now that'll purify. Again, we can speed that up. Uses a lot of power and a lot of filters. 37, 51, 65, 74, 80, 'This takes a while, the last 5%. Okay guys, we've hit 85%. This is now draining into the tank below via the valve. And so, if we don't lag too hard, once this gets to around about 5,000, there you go. The liquid monitor detected that and turned on the infusing laser. So now that'll rapidly decrease the purity and increase the strength, but the purity normally tops out at about 11% before it starts to drain. But again, let's speed this process up. All this one does is just force the next tick to happen, as opposed to waiting for it. Again, lag. Awesome. Okay, so that's now draining. Laser's turned off because it's dropped below 5%. It's draining into the top, well, draining into the bottom tank first and then shifting through to this tank here. And once this tank hits the 5,000, we've got our emeralds kicked in and is now repurifying that liquid. I did think of passing it through a purifier again. I may still do that, but I've got a good 1,600 crystals, so I'm not really shy of that. But it takes about 100 crystals, I believe, to go from about 15% to 100%. So can you do it 6 or 7, 15 or 16 times? But in saying that, I believe I do have. I mean, the nether has got nether emeralds, and I've still got 70 blocks of emeralds there, so there's a good 600 more emeralds. But yeah, I can always go to the nether, to the digital miner, set that up to mine the nether emeralds, and the nether emeralds will smelt down into 2 normal emerald ore, and then that will crush or sag mill into another couple of emeralds. So your basic resources and like that you get from the earth, ores, emeralds, diamonds, never going to come short of that. So while that's going purifying away there, as opposed to speeding that up, I'll show you what I've done down here. If you recall, this was my extra utilities power generation area. I've prettied it up a lot. Put some environmental tech basalt stairs and cork stairs actually. But then I've created my ender pearl farm. I'm not sure, but it's been a while and none of these have grown, so I'm pretty sure the one we had at the other base with the actually additions planter was far more efficient than this. It's just not growing, and I'm not sure whether it's because it's in an icy temperature, negative 50 degrees, whether nothing grows there. I've had a quick look on the internet and the wiki to see if anything affects it, but I can't see anything. It's not really using fertilizer. It used about that much fertilizer when it first planted them, but apart from that, it's not doing anything. I'm not sure what I'm missing. I'm not 2,400 hydration required. I mean, there's heaps of water there. So if you guys can see what I'm doing wrong, please advise, because these aren't even grown to a state where I'm taking damage yet. So this is at 67% purity. It's not going too slowly actually. It's not bad. We'll just speed that up a bit. Burning through emeralds like 100%. So now that's draining. Stop draining because it's lagging. Okay, lasers off, so we're not wasting emeralds. Pushing into this tank, it's going over to here, going into the crystallizer, and that is now creating a crystal for us. And again, speed this up. You burn through the power when you do this. You see the bottom tank is draining quickly. It's usually an indication of how close you are, but I ran out of power before I actually ran out of liquid crystal in the bottom tank. Should be able to finish that up. That's finished. That should pull out of there. Again, lag. I have to restart the server after this, I think. You can do it. Alright, it's gone. Now we have 2 crystals in the tank. So the only thing I haven't been able to test, guys, is when this crystal gets depleted, it gets pulled in and it goes through the process. And essentially what I've got is I'm not relying a lot on the deep resonance system, although I probably can now because I've got a good automated system where I can just chuck some ore in there and create some automatically create some crystals. But I've upgraded. I've added yet more. I've added another 12 turbines onto this bad boy. 14,500 RF per tick. It's now consuming 7.9 millibuckets per tick. I haven't even bothered to upgrade this because this is this can produce 10 millibuckets per tick. The moment is producing 7.9 because the tanks are full, but it's got the ability to produce 10 from memory. So guys, that's my fully automated system. I'm going to clean this up so the next episode this will all be filled in, and to a certain extent I'll keep these open so we can see what's happening with that stuff there. And one other thing I did, no, I haven't done anything else. That's the only thing I've done between episodes. I mean, I've created some, I've put some factory blocks on this room to make it look better. I've created some more of the calculator systems. We'll go through that briefly in a sec. The grid was up here, I think, already. Over at the Botania area, I have put in this system here. I just need to fill that up. I've got a grid there as well. I've extended the range of my a refined storage system. There's actually a transmitter there because I have created our area in here so that we can spawn the Gaia spirit, and that's like that because I mined that all out and then lag came along and reverted. Alright guys, we'll be back. Alright guys, Ritual of Gaia is a procedure often enacted by the elves, which is the only way to acquire Gaia spirits, which I need, which are essences of the power of the goddess of Gaia herself. Ritual requires an active beacon with Gaia pylons, one level above the beacon, and a terrestrial ingot. So I've got all of that. I have set that over here. You can see it visualized. I haven't set it up yet, but we'll do. Actually, what I might do is set that one level up. Unvisualize, visualize. Alright. To start the ritual, simply shift right click the beacon block with a terrestrial ingot, take a step back and prepare to fight for your life. Good preparation is required as the fight with the Guardian of Gaia can be even harder than that of the Wither. Upon defeating the Guardian, one can collect their prize, a handful of spirits of Gaia. Well, I've got my ultimate armor and my end forged sword, so let's get these ingredients together and then we'll be back. Alright guys, I have got my pylons, I've got my block of iron, I've got my beacons. I just need to make my terrasteel. Oops, too many there. And that's probably wrong. There you go. Drawing a crap load of mana and it's done. Right, let's put this stuff away. 3 Okay, let's go and set this up. So that just looks like it's maybe a normal block under there. Don't know why I thought I needed just one iron block. Block of iron. Beacon of light. I need to put this one up, so what am I missing? Did that fall? Hey. Ultimate armor. Shift right click on the beacon. Oh, I've missed a block by the looks of it. It's a problem with those overlays. Let me just... What did I? Oh, I put the beacon down there, that's why. Where's my beacon? Do you steal my beacon? Yay! Okay, here we go, guys. Come back. Now, this thing should be attacking me, but I've got the ultimate armor on. So it doesn't, it basically ignores me and teleports around. Where'd he go? So after we finish this fight, we can make what's called a Gaia ingot, and what that'll do is allow you to summon the second stage, which has quite a few of these guardians running around. But the upside is, as well as dropping more spirits, they actually drop a lot of specialist unique items which are only available in that fight, right at the end of that boss fight. But I just love the sound, the music track for this. And of course you can't fly, it disables fly mode. And you can't leave this area either. Because what happens if you go outside the pink area, the boss fight, the fight ends. At least that's what I remember from what I remember a couple of years ago when I first did this on 1.7. Yeah, the boss fight ends prematurely and you've basically wasted a Terra Steel ingot. No, you don't do any damage with your stupid bow, Dan. Stop it. What am I going? And now he's gone into some sort of... and none of the zombies will attack any of us anyway because of our immunity. But this would be a really hard fight on a normal. Of course this armor gives you regeneration, so that's pretty cool. As well as everything else that goes with it, unbreaking, and although I fail to see the point of actually having an armor that mobs completely ignore and having unbreaking on it, because at the end of the day they're never going to attack you. I guess you can get damage from passive damage for indirect damage, but I doubt that's gonna... He's gonna keep walking away. Come here. Die. Yes. Die. What did I get? Probably nothing, because... There you go. 8 Gaia spirits. Yay. Alright, you got some as well, do you? Okay, let's go and see what we can do with these. Alright guys, so I've got, I need to make another Terra Steel ingot, and I'm assuming that to activate them, I need to create another Terra Steel ingot because the Gaia Spirit ingot is inert, according to this description. This ingot, though, due to the concentrated energy and power, it does not allow for the summoning, or does allow for the summoning of a stronger Gaia Guardian, but the preceding page says, anyone would think that in the form of Terra Steel and Gaia Spirits would create an unstoppable material. It seems that the material is very much stoppable, though. In fact, the two forces cancel each other out when combined into an ingot, creating an utterly useless alloy. So that's just a bit of lore. I guess it doesn't really affect any gameplay. So we need to create a Terra Steel again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's interesting. Spazzing out on me now. to get rid of the Gaia. So my munch dews are going crazy, causing me lag. If I turn around and face this way, it'll be a bit easier. Oh, what's going on? There we go. Alright. Spirits of Gaia, help me make this ingot. Second boss fight coming up. So it's firing something in the air. Possibly at me, but stop moving. Well, I don't know how this is a harder fight. I thought there was, so maybe when he gets down to a certain level he drops a whole bunch of spirits. Back here. There we go. No. That is him gone. Dice of Fate. I've got some Ruin of Envies, some Ruin of Manas, Mana Steel Ingots. Yeah, I wonder what this does. That it transfers. Oh, lost time memory. Cool. Ring of Odin. I wonder what that does. I'm scared to equip that. What was the achievement? Be rewarded the Ring of Odin for heroic feat. Okay. Die. Not gonna be funny. Okay, so a few things I want to make would be to upgrade my sash, upgrade my Pyroclast pendant, put some of this rubbish away that dropped during that fight. Will of Torag. Craft for the Terrasteel helmet had the following effect. Critical hits apply a strong slowness effect. Well, that's interesting. Carrot. Okay. I wonder if I can fit this stuff in here. No is the answer to your question. Alright, so you want to go to bowls and accessories. I want a crimson pendant, which stops me from catching fire in the first place. And I need nether bricks, blaze rods. So brick, blaze rods. I have half a stack of that. And that should be it. So my pendant, blaze rods, nether brick, and last but not least, where is my Gaia spirit? Crimson pendant. So this stops me from catching fire, as opposed to the pyroclast, which allowed you to catch fire but then go out straight away, so you could still take fire damage. The other thing I wanted to craft is the Globetrotters sash. There is a Planestriders and the Globetrotters. The Globetrotters is the one that is, in layman terms, upgraded the Sojourner sash by using the Gaia Spirit somehow and resources. This new belt allows a warrior to reach incredible speeds at which the Sojourner sash doesn't stand a chance. So 2 Elementium and a Gaia Spirit. Elementium, luckily I've got just enough. Portal's still open anyway, so I could probably go ahead and get that, some more of that stuff, which I may need. Okay, so the Ring of Odin I picked up, one of the 3 mythical rings of Azar. The Ring of Odin grants the wearer the vitality and resistance of the Elder God Odin, as well as an addition of 10 extra hearts of health. The Ring of Odin protects the wearer from various kinds of elemental damage, such as drowning, suffocation, fire, or starvation. The ring can also be combined with the other 2 rings of the Azar in a crafting table to create the ultimate ring. So I guess that gives me incentive to do more of the rituals of the Gaia too, and get more of the relics. Yeah, which would be pretty cool. If that is the same entry as that. There's an old tale from the higher clans of Alfheim that says something along the lines of the one who rolls the dice of fate is to be rewarded with the gifts of the gods. Right. I can also make the what have I got in here? Nothing. Mana manipulation. I can make the Gaia mana spreaders as well. There's nothing new in there. Nothing new in there. Nope. Alright, what we might do is wrap that episode up there, guys. So, thanks for watching with my upgraded, fully automated deep resonance crystal producing system. And thanks for watching my fights with the Gaia spirits. So Ozhound out. See you on the other side.